Oh, hey, are you watching this now because you feel like doing nothing or suddenly everything just seems to be a bit harder to do? I know you're probably feeling tired. You've probably lost all the motivations you once had, and all of a sudden, the productivity juices you once had seems like they've been emptied by an invisible monster when you were asleep, right? Oh, wait, I forgot the milk. Hey friends, it's Leonard here, and in today's episode, I want to give you three approaches and some principles as well as practical guide that I've heavily borrowed from successful people as to how you can get out of these feelings so that you can do the things that can move you forward in your life and be happier. Let's start. It's no secret that most people say that they don't have the motivation they need to make big changes in their lives on a daily basis. And it's a common meme in today's generation that people are generally lazy and unmotivated, unable to resist the urge to scroll on TikTok. And they only commit to action when they feel motivated to do so. Most of us believe that we must first become motivated before taking action, but no, it works the other way around. Motivation to action is an infinite loop that we must break free from, which means that we don't need motivation to take action in the first place. I know that you're thinking, Leonard, it makes no sense because how do we take action if we don't feel motivated? Here's a realization. Do you ever notice how you feel better and much more productive after taking a shower and getting dressed? But you don't need motivation or some sort of big inspirational epiphany in order to take a shower. It's just something that you do, right? It means you shouldn't just sit around waiting for inspiration to strike. Instead, just go and do something. Why? Because doing something generates a little motivation, which inspires you to do a little more until you reach a point where you're extremely motivated that it's hard to stop. Sometimes you forget that you're hungry or thirsty. All you want to do is finish what you're doing. This is what we call a momentum, and it is difficult to break even if you receive a call from a Shopee delivery rider. But how will you get this momentum? It's simple. You can do this by using the 3-2-1 rule. So, judging by this rule's title, you might think that, wow, Leonard is running out of content. He's just trying to flop off this video and increase the watch time. Well, you're totally right, and I hope you stay until the end. But this 3-2-1 rule sounds pretty stupid, but it's too stupid to ignore. This is how it works. Every time you need to do something, hold this thought in your mind and say, I've got to go and do this thing. And then you count from 3 to 1. 3, 2, 1. Then just go and do what you were trying to avoid doing. Since doing your requirement seems super scary, you put it off. But counting is easy. Everyone can count. So you're way less likely to procrastinate counting. And by using this rule, once we start counting, we are fueling our psychological momentum, which builds our psychological bridge to action, creating an unstoppable momentum. The small things that you do consistently matter more than the large things you do sporadically. You know what? I've always been fascinated by how small changes can make a big difference over time. Most people don't give enough credit to this little progress. You know why? Because it takes so long to see the results. And we live in a society that is so used to trying to seek instant gratification. But the most important thing that I've learned over the past few years is that 1% progress every day rather than nothing can add up to gain big wins over time. From the book The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, it says that there's this power called the compound effect, which means that making small and glamorous but smart daily decisions that align with your big vision can actually lead you to results that seem impossible. One real life example for me is creating this YouTube channel. I started this channel with no idea how or what to do. The only thing in my mind is the hope to influence at least one person and make a positive impact to his or her life. But as I continued producing content, I made a lot of mistakes and failures on strategies that I tried to do. But I did not consider those as failures. I saw it as a learning process that helped me to try other things that will work. If you compare my first video to this video, you can see how far I've progressed as a content creator. And that goes true to my video editor and creative buddy, Mark. Shout out to you. Motivation refers to your overall desire to do something, whereas discipline refers to your ability to do it regardless of how you feel. And for those of you who wake up in the morning and have no motivation to do anything, you need to practice improving your self-discipline. Self-discipline is the foundation that allows you to act in accordance with your long-term goals, no matter if you're motivated or not. Now, let me show you 3 things that you can do right away to improve your self-discipline. Number 1, purge your digital world. When you get a Shopee notification that there is a 50% sale, then you click it and browse things that you don't actually need at that moment. Despite the fact also that you shopped so much last night, you become distracted. It may seem insignificant, but the problem is that the most important work that you need to do requires deep, unbreakable focus for several hours. And it's actually nearly impossible to reach that deep work state if you are constantly distracted by a 1-second notification. So, to stop receiving notifications, you should put your phone in do not disturb or focus mode. With these, you will reduce digital distractions, which will help you to develop the willpower to resist these digital temptations and therefore have self-control and self-discipline. Number 2, build new habits. Building new habits requires a lot of discipline in the initial stage. So this can be a great way to practice your self-discipline because the behavior isn't automatic yet. Now, if you want to know how I build new habits by tricking my brain into doing everything with ease, you can watch this video. Number 3, create a system. You can do anything but not everything. Having a system will allow you to do your best work in the most efficient way possible. Then you can get things done without chaos, confusion, or procrastination if you keep a to-do list and block your calendar with what you need to get done on a specific day. This way, you can strengthen your self-discipline by dividing tasks into dedicated blocks of time. That will reduce context switching and multitasking. But it is best to leave some leeway around in between time blocks just so you can handle things that might arrive unexpectedly. If you try everything and still you don't feel like doing something, just do the opposite of being productive. You have to slow down. Remember to be gentle on yourself and allow yourself to heal. Sometimes we feel this way because we had expectations for what the world should be or what our life should look like. And when all of that falls short, we lose our sense of control and we don't know how to handle it. Surrender is the key word here. We have to release our feeling of control, release our expectations on ourselves, and just try to accept ourselves as we are right now. I know it's hard to surrender, but on the other hand, it's actually also so easy because all you have to do is just sit back for a while and allow your body to balance and heal itself. But just be careful that you don't get stuck on that feeling for a very long time. Tell yourself that you're only visiting and not staying in that moment. Thank you so much for watching and always dare to dream big. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.